Was you beefing with niggas? Ain't beefing with niggas.
Go run it back. Bring it back. We rocking with the young gunners tonight.
MHF, SBG,
Spiffy Boy J, MHF KJ. Hey.
These niggas be bitches. I know a couple bitches that'll suck you up and it be all for attention. These bitches that say they ain't dogs, they be wishing. These niggas ain't counting no chicken.
Hey.
I remember back then, trapping, I wasn't making no wish list. No.
Go ahead.
I was out robbing and stealing. Mama told me about brat. Niggas that said they was with me ain't right, pay attention. I was hopping out cabs. I couldn't pay for my fare. Niggas taking the bus through Missy. I dropped out of school. And that shit, it ain't cute. And I told mama, love, see the greatest. Everybody that made it, ain't make it. Broke it, on front, we baking. How was you beefing with niggas? Ain't beefing with niggas. You still on the block with them niggas. You talking real hot with them niggas. Like flock with them niggas. I thought you was not with them niggas. They ain't never sent shots at them niggas. Don't lie to them niggas. You spend most of your time with them niggas. You lie for them niggas. Like
go ahead and like the video. I gotta
pop me a big check. Niggas claim like they MHFK till we rock through they side with a motherfucking big tech. Hey, his bitch that know she pull up on me with a bra and some motherfucking big sweat. Niggas know what I mean. And she pull up the channel right after I fuck, tell her kick checks. I don't waste time with the internet thugging. I let that boy yack till he get stressed. Now you can't get your shit back. Put some pep in your step chopper, make that boy get back. Break him up like a Kit Kat. Damn, nothing. Boy, stop the bluffing. We up the charts like we jumping. Bullets fly around like we juggling.
Go ahead.
Same nigga that said he don't care trying to hang around me. I'm like, boy, that's a no-no. First nigga was bros and you turn to a fan. You a bitch, I ain't taking no photos.
What?
Around, put the chop in my hand, I'ma shoot like a camera. You gon' jump like a pogo. Bitch. Around, put the chop in my hand, I'm gon' shoot like a camera. You gon' jump like a pogo, bitch.
How you jacking something, K, but you wanna be cool again? Boy, you a bozo. Niggas hanging with ops, that's a no-no. We may slide through a drill in a stolo. And your bitch shit thought she wanna rob me like the polo horse on the logo. Don't need help for a drill, do it solo. Take an L, bounce back like a yo-yo. Yeah, niggas be lacking, my niggas don't lack. On my goons on the tag, they don't know how to act. I'm chasing money while you chasing cap, boy, you not getting money, so stop all that cap.
Go ahead.
Me and broke had to hop on my ass, started making quick cash, got locked up, now I'm back. I cannot fuck with no rat. Spin this block, he ain't outside, we spinning.
Go ahead.
I know some bitches that fucked with a nigga, that fucked on the nigga, that fucked with that nigga. I'm valid wherever I'm at. If it's something that's stuck with a nigga, I ain't ducking no niggas. Nigga talk tough on the book. When you see them in person, them niggas be shook, walking with their head down, don't even want to look. Now the niggas sat back, the niggas got cooked. Niggas be talking about gunplay and probably never held a gun in their life.
Go ahead.
Taking out the window, talking about I got aim, well, you need to learn how to fight. And your nigga a pussy and used to be fucking on him, so you must be a dyke. I beat a nigga up like Mike. I know I got a lot of niggas tight.
Gang shit, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Free J money, free book. Little vibes, man. All out of MHF shit. Niggas is mad. Suck my dick, man.
That shit was fun.
I like that, man. I like when the youth is trying to do something positive, man. They could be doing a whole lot of other stuff, but they decided to try something different. We got a new setup today. That's what I'm gonna call it. We got a new setup today, but as always, we're gonna continue to do what needs to be done in order for the show to go on. No matter what is going on, we are going to make sure that 40 Central Network is up and running unless we absolutely have to cancel. So, the floor is yours.
How you doing, fellas?
That's all you got to say. Oh, man.
Nobody's here. But, how's your day, JT?
Oh, it was good. Hold on. They're saying the audio sounds pretty bad. Let me just check the audio real quick. Black Magic. Nope. Let's go. Mike. How does the audio sound? Let us know how the audio sounds before we really get into it. Please. All right. So now we good. So do you want to introduce the episode? You say you was going to introduce the episode. You pretty much say you was going to take somebody's spot. I'm not saying you are, but you did say you was going to take somebody's spot. So with that being said, are you ready to introduce the show?
It's episode 107. Episode 107. We got a lot of stuff for you guys today, and yeah, let's start the show, man.
Oh man. All right. Well, this is episode 107. Welcome. Please do us a favor. Take the link, share with everybody you know. The goal is to get this live to 10. The goal is to get this live to 10. We're currently at 7. Let's run it up and get it to 10. We appreciate that. We will appreciate every follow, every like, every subscription, everybody who's rocking with us in the comments. Thank you so much. A bit of a practice. You practice it for a little bit. But you know, it is what it is. We're gonna make the most of it. Horrible intro. Listen, man. listen, man. Give my man some time. Let him rock. Can he rock for a little bit? Let him be great. Let him be great.
Listen, Zay never give a nigga their flowers, man. He never give a nigga their flowers, man. But that's why he ain't here.
Damn. Can you? All right. So now that they not here right now, can you like express how you really feel about our panel? How do you really feel about Zay, Warren, and Justin?
Well, I mean, it's 2022, so like,
all right. First, all right, you're an official podcaster now. Now, right, so wait. Look at the. You got to see. You got to make sure that people can see your face, man.
All right, cool.
Wait, Mike. Are we good? Is our audio good? Let us know if our audio's good. Somebody let us know in the comments if our audio's good, please. Oh yeah, we straight. All right, so yeah, can you just tell us the truth about how you feel about our panel?
So I'm just gonna say like it's 2022. So like whatever tension we had, me and Zay, you know, that's in 2021. Put that to the past. It's 2022. Zay hasn't did anything for me to get upset yet, so we're gonna play that.
Okay.
You know, he has he gave me 3 strikes. I'm giving him 2 strikes.
Okay.
I mean, so that's how we're gonna play that.
All right.
Warren talks a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna get to all that today.
Let's get into it. Like we gotta get into it. We need something to really to get into. So I mean, go ahead, get into it. You said Warren talks a lot.
Yeah, Warren
talk your shit.
Man. Warren talks a lot, man. But I got nothing but love for Warren, man. But yeah, Warren talks a lot, man. I can't get into that. I can't get into that. I can't get into that.
All right, can you at least give like a snippet?
Nah.
An example?
Nah, no example on that one. Justin, I love Justin, man. I love Justin. But
from the bottom of your heart?
Bottom of my heart, yeah. Bottom of my heart. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got nothing to say bad about Justin.
Would you give up Patria for Justin?
Patria.
Would you give that up?
I was never Patria, man. I was never Patria.
Okay.
Ever in my life. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Oh man.
Hell no. Let's talk about you. Nobody actually had an interview with you.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna be. So now you got front stage, and you're about to interview me. Go ahead.
All right. So, what do you like to do in your free time, JT?
Wow, what a way to start an interview. You could say, welcome, or so many different ways. But okay. What do I like to do in my free time? I like to read now. When I was a kid, it was a bit different. Like I would do like sports and shit like that, watch TV, play video. I was a big gamer. Like I wish I would have grew up in this era where like streaming and stuff like that was like really popping, because I think I would have made it. Like, cause I was a big gamer. Like they used to call my crib GameStop when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had every system you could think of, every single system, handheld, regular systems. I had all that shit. But
what's your favorite system?
All time?
Yeah.
I gotta go. That's a good one. A part of me wants to say Xbox because I just like to be different. But to be honest, I think the system I had the most fun with growing up was either Game Boy Color or N64.
N64?
One of those 2 games. I think those 2, because it's just like they had the games that you could play with your friends. So like if my friends wanted to come over, bring over their controllers, we would chill, or sleepovers. Everybody bring a game and a controller, and we get crafty. Nah, Dreamcast was valid. Dreamcast was valid, but I can't say that was the best one because everybody didn't have it. Only a few people did.
Dreamcast was fire.
No, Dreamcast was amazing. Don't get it twisted. Dreamcast
Sonic
was
Adventure,
amazing.
All that.
First of all, Dreamcast was ahead of its time. So let's give it its just due. Yeah. Like the graphics, the gameplay, all of that shit was ahead of its time, which is why I loved it so much. And I think they was able to connect to the internet low key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could go on the
it was
internet.
It was the first system.
Yeah, you can go on the internet. So like that shit was ahead of its time. But Dreamcast was dope, but there was no real marquee games other than Sonic, Power Stone.
Power Stone, wow.
Power Stone was one of those games that like a lot of niggas didn't talk about when it was out. But now looking back at it, it was like, oh shit, Power Stone was valid. Like
Power Stone was fire, and Power Stone 2.
Yeah, Power Stone and Power Stone 2 was valid. I don't know what it was about, but shit was valid.
About Power Stone.
I don't know what Power Stone was about, but I know that shit
was about a Power Stone. It's about little gems, Power Stones.
But what was the objective of the game?
Power Stones. Bro, it was one of those games that didn't have a story, which is about Power Stones.
Nah, it had a story. Yeah,
it wasn't real. It's like Mario. It doesn't have a story.
Okay, but it wasn't an adventure game though. It was a fighting game. Like Mario, you had to follow the story of Peach. Like you had to go save Peach and all that. Shit.
So it's like Clay Fighters. Remember Clay Fighters?
Nah.
Remember Clay Fighters?
Nah.
Because you were a gamer.
I mean, not that. Like that sounds like Sega Genesis.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah. See, I was too young. Like Super Nintendo, I was playing. Like I had but I was playing like the kiddie game for Super Nintendo. So like I had like Lion King, I had Speed World, I had what else did I have? Donkey Kong. That's all I can remember because that's how young I was. But I definitely had the Super Nintendo, and I had Super Mario, of course. Yeah, that's about it. But that was pretty much my spare time.
All right.
Let's see, everyone didn't have Dreamcast because my whole family had it. I don't know what that means. Everyone didn't have Dreamcast because my whole family had it.
I think what she's saying is like she's asking you. Everyone didn't have Dreamcast because my whole family had it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, you read that the right way. Is that the end of your interview?
Nah.
Oh, okay. No, it's canceling out.
Nah. What you call it? Well, we know we don't watch movies.
Okay.
We know you don't watch movies. I'm not gonna ask you questions about any movies, man.
Yeah.
Wasting your time.
What's your
favorite show?
Favorite show all time?
All time.
Cosby Show.
Cosby Show?
Without question. Greatest American TV show ever.
Why's that?
Because it changed the perspective for me, at least. I don't know about the historical timeline, but it changed the history of what the black family looks like, what the black family is, and what the black family can be. And that's not to say a TV show like that didn't exist prior to the Cosby Show, but I don't think any TV show had the success of the Cosby Show when it was on air. Imagine the Cosby Show with social media. How much people would have been talking about it, reposting it, sharing moments, laughing together. It would have been the Cosby Show on steroids with social media and streaming. Like I can't even imagine it. And I wasn't even there. Like I didn't watch it with the time because I was too young, but I watched it when it started coming on at Nick at Night, and I just saw so many like gems and ways of which like it showed me what manhood was in Bill Cosby. Like, take care of your family, make sure your kids are straight. Your kids kids are gonna fuck up. Like your kids are gonna fuck up, but it's not about how much you prepare for them. It's about how you react to the situations.
Yeah, and
I think like they showed that on an immaculate level, and then they showed also how even if you quote unquote successful because he was a doctor, his wife was a lawyer, that doesn't mean your life is going to be perfect. Like they still had their trials and tribulations, and it showed that part as well. It was just a phenomenal, and on top of that, it was funny. Phenomenal series. I highly recommend. Favorite episode? A cliche answer would be the graduation, but that's like the last one.
Never seen that episode.
That's when Theo graduated.
Never seen Theo graduate.
That's crazy. Fever. It's like 8 seasons. That's so hard. Oh shit. I want to say, one of the Thanksgiving ones, when all the women were cooking in the kitchen. As wild as that sounds in 2021, all the women were cooking in the kitchen, and Bill, they kept sending him back and forth to the store in the rain. It was rain, thunder, lightning. They kept that episode. They kept sending them back and forth to the store, and that was hilarious. But the guys were together, the family was together, everybody was chilling, showing love, having a good time, and like that is what I would want for my family. I always wanted that for my family, like to be able to be together and not have to deal with like the stresses of real life for a moment. And that's like the episode. I don't know if that's my favorite one yet, but off the top of my head, that's the one I can vividly remember loving.
Would you name any one of your kids from the Huxtables?
No, but I am going to name my son after the character from the Avatar.
Which character?
Zuko. You ever seen Avatar: Last Airbender?
With first name or middle name?
First name.
Really?
Yep. Because I love the story that Zuko exemplifies. Like he starts off with like as a kid. Zuko. He starts off as a kid who is trying to get his life together by finding the purpose in another human. His purpose, he felt, was to capture the Avatar, to restore his name, and be somebody to his father, right? But then, without, spoiling it or whatever, throughout the series, he evolves and he realizes that his purpose is within. And he defines who he needs to be as a man. And I feel like all men go through that phase where it's like you're told this what manhood is, and then you reach an age where it's like, okay, some of the things that I've learned is bullshit. Now I have to unlearn everything and reteach myself through my own experiences, through my own readings, through the relationships that I choose to be with. And I feel like that story is a story of a lot of, especially like young men of color growing up in poverty. Like they think of us one way, they teach us one way, we act that way, then we grow up and we evolve and we change. And that's the one thing I hate the most about premature deaths within our community. Like when you have young teenagers getting gunned down and dying, all of that type of shit, because you never get the chance to see them evolve and what they could potentially become. Like Malcolm X is a prime example of that. How in the early stages of his life, he was a pimp, he was a hustler, ran numbers, committed crimes, went to prison, but then he had the opportunity to evolve into a man and push the entire culture and world in a different direction through his voice, through his action, through his organization, through his crowdsourcing, through risking his life, through going against the grain when he left the nation, like through all of that shit. And it's far too many of us who never have the opportunity to do that. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, it actually does. That's actually pretty deep. So if you have a daughter, what are you gonna name her?
I haven't thought that through. I'm being that I'm so strong on Zuko, I was gonna let my future wife, my girlfriend now, who will be my wife, pick whatever name she wanted.
For the girl?
Yeah, for the girl. Unless we have another son, then she'll have that too. But if our first child is a boy, then I would like for his name to be Zuko.
Have you guys talked that through?
We've talked about it. I don't know if we talked it all the way through, because the having a girl is a bit different. So we didn't have that conversation thoroughly, but she's definitely like had ideas for names and stuff like that. Like I know she's brought up the Z, like keeping the Z for the girl too. So I remember she thought it was Zendaya, but then I know like that she was like, nah, I don't want to do that. So I don't know. It's really more so up to her. Like whatever she wants to do with that, that's on her.
Okay.
This is interesting being interviewed. Yeah, it's like weird because like now I don't have to think of questions. All I gotta do is just sit here and answer. This is
answer.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's easier. How does it feel interviewing?
Honestly, it's my first time doing an interview, so
yeah, you're doing a good job so far. Let's give you a round of applause, man.
First time doing an interview.
Let me find. Yeah, let's give you a round of applause.
Practice stages.
Yeah, this is good. This is good sparring.
Mind you, this is freehand. This is all freehand.
Mm-hmm. No writtens, like all you other whack podcasters.
What do you like about the new mayor?
Ooh. What do I like? Let me choose my words wisely. I feel like the symbolism of seeing a black man on being the face of New York City is profound. I think that Mayor Eric Adams, although I don't really know too much of what he stands for, so far his practice has been really intriguing. Keeping schools open at a time where most people believe schools should be closed, sent a pretty strong message to the city. Like, yo, like, I am not de Blasio. This is a new administration. You're going to have to get with the program. Seeing him ride the train, even though that was more of a photo op to me, I feel like it did send a message like, yo, like, I am trying to be with the people. And I do want to genuinely protect the city of New York. I think he's going to put a lot of resources into the hands of the police officers. I do think he's going, like when he says back the blue, I think he's going to really try his best to back the blue. I think that he's going to, I don't know what he's going to do for education, but the message that I've gotten so far from him is that we need to protect New York City. So that's what I think of him thus far. But you know, I'll always keep my mind open, and I'm always skeptical about that side. So they say a lot of great things. They say they're gonna do for our people. They say they're gonna do this, do that, but we'll see. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, he said a lot of good things during his debates and everything. During his campaign. So there's a lot of things that he had said that I was kind of pro for, you know, but I like you said, I'm skeptical about that side.
Yeah.
Because like my whole life I've seen them tell you a whole story, and the moment they get into office, they switch up on you until the election comes again, and then they wind up pandering to the people, saying a bunch of things that they were going to do, and they say they're going to do it for the second term.
Yep,
they do it every time. So it's just like that. I look at it as like you know, and I noticed that they have like the same exact agenda every single time. Every last one of them. If you look at every state, every city, they have the same exact agenda. So I personally, I'm personally tired of that side. You know, until I see something different. You know, I mean, I'm always open to give them a chance. But personally, I won't vote for them because I know what comes around with that.
Yep.
But I'm always hoping that things would change on that side, but it doesn't seem like it would.
And that's the interesting thing about politics is like, and I think that's what the founding fathers were trying to get rid of. Like that's why they didn't want the binary system, in a sense that by having a binary system, you feel like you have to pick a side. Like you're either gonna be rocking with the blue, you're rocking with the red, like on some gang shit. And they treat it like that. They treat it like it is some gang shit. And that creates a divide within the people. But I think we do need to get back to having an independent mind, even if you have a side. Like, don't bash somebody just because they're not on your side. They could be doing some pretty good things. Acknowledge that. And then if they're fucking up, acknowledge that. But I think that our people, especially our people in New York City, are so scared to listen to a different perspective because we've been brainwashed for so long. We've been brainwashed to believe that one side is for us and the other side is against us. I will never forget when I was a kid, I was told the Democrats were for the poor and the Republicans were for the rich. That was the lie that I was told. And because I was told that, and I believed that, and I internalized that.
But in a sense, they are, right? Because the Democrats' agenda is for the poor and have you comfortable being poor. You know what I'm saying? Have you comfortable. They give you everything that you need, but we're going to keep you in this section and make sure that you stay at this section. That's the Democrat agenda. They keep you comfortable.
Yep.
So if you're comfortable of not progressing, then the Democrat agenda is for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I've seen it. So in a sense, they are right. The Republicans are for the rich, right? And they're all for trying to help everybody get rich. And if you choose to work, you choose to hustle, you choose to progress, the Republican Party is for you because everything that they push out is in that agenda to get everybody off government assistance. They want to. They try to get rid of the government assistance for the people that don't really need it.
Okay.
So if you do need it, you have that assistance at all times. But if you don't need it, let's lower these taxes. Let's get everything lowered, and give the money to the people where it belongs. The Republican Party, majority of the party, they try to get the money back to the people, where the Democrats try to take it into the House. And that's why inflation usually happens. Well, not usually, always happens under the Democrats at all times. Inflation always happens. It never fails. So, yeah.
Let me play this since we're about to get into this political bag. We're going to play this record
do it on your
after
own?
the ad. Remember they used to play this song before every assembly? Arguably the greatest song in our country's history. Are you going to sing it? Yes. And bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? The land of the free, the home of the brave.
I would literally have you sing at a sports event.
Oh, I'll do it.
Definitely.
I'll do it.
Definitely.
Listen, man, that's one of the greatest songs in this nation's history. Now, with that being said, let's get into this politics shit. So now, like we were saying, when you eloquently broke down, the Democrats are for the poor and the Republicans are for the rich, in the sense that the Republican Party wants you to advance and be independent, whereas the Democrats want you to stay at the bottom, so that way people can continue to stand on those backs and shoulders of the poor.
The Democrats, at all times, like since welfare Section 8 had came out, they've been trying to progress with the socialist agenda since then. All that's with the socialist agenda. So that all that's been coming about from that. So they've been pushing that agenda for over 40, 50 years. So that's why when they say the Democrats are for the poor, it's to keep people comfortable being poor and make the rich richer, no matter what. They make all these loopholes for all these billionaires and billionaires. So Biden's a millionaire.
Billionaire?
Millionaire.
Okay. Multi-millionaire?
He's a multi-millionaire.
Okay.
So Biden being in office, you think that he's going to make laws to destroy his money?
It wouldn't be in his best interest.
He wouldn't. So there's loopholes behind being a millionaire for it to help him.
But that's the bullshit about politics. Like and this is why I hate.
All politicians do that, though, by the way.
But that's the two-party bullshit that I'm talking about, because they can do that when it's a two-party system. Whereas one gang and this gang, at the end of the day, we could both do what's in our best interest and say fuck the people. But now if we have a multitude of different parties to choose from, now you gotta be for the best interest of the people, because it's not so easy to get the vote. But when it's only a two-party system,
that messes it up for everybody because now you could be in your self-interest and there's really nothing that the people could do about it.
That's right.
So now with that being said, like, how would you coach somebody who's not really particularly fond of politics, but is thinking about getting involved? What would be the first thing you tell them to do to get involved in politics?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. I mean, I'm asking the people too. I mean, if you want to call in and give your answer, let me open it up right now. Let me see. Let me open it up right now. The Google Voice. So that way you can call in. Call in and give your opinion on this. We definitely appreciate it. Wait, is this the right one? Nope, this is not the right one. All right. Yeah, make sure you call in 646-493-6814. I think that's the number at the bottom. Did I read the right one? Yes, 646-493-6814. Let us know how you feel about politics. Let us know how you feel about the Democratic Party. Let us know how you feel about the Republican Party. If you want to say F them, say it. If you want to say you love them, say it. We embrace debate here on 40 Central. Please, please, please call in. Call in. Let us know what you think about Eric Adams. Let us know what you think about this conversation. We're about to really, really get into the politics shit. Make some noise with some gunshots. What happened?
Did you really add gunshots to the?
Oh, that's what I should have did at the end of the song. All right, I gotta play it back. Hold on.
No.
You don't play gunshots to that?
I don't play gunshots to that, man.
That's okay.
All right. So you're gonna do it during the song. During the song.
No, like when the land of and the home of the brave.
Pat.
No? Is that disrespectful?
Nah, I just never seen that before.
I feel like that's how you embrace different cultures. You know, you remix it, you add stuff. That's how you make it adaptable. I mean, that's like giving the Star Spangled Banner an amendment.
All right, run it back. So what was the question?
So how would you coach somebody who is interested in getting into politics? What should they do?
If they're trying to get to politics, like into the office?
No,
like just to get to the studies of it.
Yeah, like into the field.
Honestly, you could actually get people, but you have to get them young. You have to get them young because people are already older.
Can I get another one?
Yeah, sure. Of course. Go ahead. You gotta get them young because if you get them older, they're not interested in it. You know what I'm saying? They won't be interested in it because they're just like, they already lived their whole life this way. This, like, they're not bothered by it. They just accept things for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You catch them younger, and like you show them how, like, kids at school, when things are funded in schools, right? You show them like things are funded in schools. This is what's happening here. This is the funding we have here. This is such and such, whatever. This politician said this is the third. You give them this certain type of funding. They're gonna bring this into the schools. Then you recognize the name, and then when you don't get something, or if you do get something, you hold that person accountable to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start to favor that person, and eventually you start to favor, the party, whatever party that. What's up with that look you're giving me, man?
I'm listening. Because I'm trying to internalize it as if I am
but
an 18-year-old listening to what you're saying. So I'm thinking of a response.
No, it's like basically like, all right, so fundings for like charter schools. Because so like public schools is funded by the governor.
Okay.
Right? Charter schools is funded by the mayors.
Okay.
Right? They're funded by the mayors and everything. So and what you call it, I'm gonna go back into like the Trump administration, right? When Trump administration had stated that they wanted to give stock trades in schools and charter schools and everything, like basically in junior high schools, so people could learn how to play the market.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thought, and that was a fund that he passed off to mayors.
Mm-hmm.
Now the charter schools in cities that didn't get it, it was withheld from the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't get that if your children didn't get that in the junior high schools in this charter school, they understand that was under de Blasio. De Blasio withheld that from you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was some Republican mayors that actually placed that into the schools because these are the things that he signs off, the president sign off,
mm-hmm.
and they pass it on as a funding for schools.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's what he said, he gave a funding to the schools. These are certain things that, can help you in the future.
Mm-hmm.
new basketball, basketballs, new whatever it is. All that money's from the president, right? And that gets sent off. That gets sent off, and the mayors, the governors, they make that decision. Governors are funded by the public schools, and the public schools are funded by the governor. Sorry, and when the public schools are not receiving it, the governor should be held accountable, right? But if nobody's holding the governor accountable, at the end of the year, who gets that money? The governor. He gets to keep that money. So that's why a lot of times that they like to keep the money from the people so they can keep the money for themselves and they get richer that way. You know what I'm saying? So, but they should really acknowledge that situation. So if you're gonna get a kid from school and they're in a charter school, you know, tell them about the fundings. You know, this list right here is being sent to New York City schools. You know, New York City charter schools. What thing do you want from this list, such and such, and this is because this is a list that that's passed in, and if they see something that they like, tell them to focus on that, and if they don't get into school, they have to hold the mayor accountable, and they start to research on politics from that. That's how I researched it, and that's how I got into politics at a young age. You know what I'm saying? I started looking at politics when I was 14 because of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and there was a lot of fucked up shit that we weren't getting. So, yeah.
So now, I'm 18 years old. You just told me that. I'm gonna respond as an 18-year-old. Man, fuck what you talking about. Fuck what you talking about. Ops is outside. Niggas might slide on me. I got the grip on me. All that politics shit don't mean nothing when you in the trenches. Your response? That's what a 19-year-old was saying.
No. You're right. No.
But they can vote. So this shit matters when it comes to that age bracket. They can vote.
You're right. Honestly, I didn't even think about that. But and funny, coming from the hood too, like I didn't even think about that. But I was trying to I thought we were gonna stick with the school shit.
I want you to
but
try to convince me.
It's like, chill, young brother, chill. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Why would you kill your own?
Because that nigga tried to kill me. And if he gonna slide on me, I'ma spin back and slide on him. Shitting me? You wouldn't do the same? You a grown-ass man. Somebody slide on you, you gonna slide back? Or you gonna call the cops? Don't live out here if you gonna call the cops, homie. We ain't about that on this side, you heard?
Listen.
Come on, Counselor Kev, help me. Help me. I'm crying for help. Help me.
All right, listen. We're gonna get you into like
Don't put me in a program. Don't put me in no damn program. I'm here talking to you. You my counselor. You telling me politics is important. You said some shit about schools. You said some shit about some shit. I don't know what that means. Help me. Help me. Bring me halfway. Bring me halfway.
Bring you halfway?
Bring me halfway.
Listen, bro. I've been there, done that. You ain't do all that. You ain't do none of that, man. Stay out of that shit. Trust me. It's nothing in there but jail. Nothing in there for you is but jail. That's it. Listen, get into a program. I'm telling you, get into a program. If you don't get into a program, I'll fuck you up. 18 years old, I'll fuck you up.
You my pops or some shit? Yeah, you talking to me like you my dad. Like,
I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up.
So you my pops.
I could damn near be your pops.
Listen, you put your hands on me. You ever heard of a grip?
Yeah.
All right.
Now use a grip?
You've heard of it, right?
You heard of grip?
Don't worry about what I've heard about. You a cop? Don't ask me. I'm asking you questions. Don't ask me questions.
Listen.
All right, end scene. But listen, that's how hard. That's how difficult it can be.
No, but you're right. But listen, the only way to get the people from the hood involved with that shit, they have to want to get it. So you have to if they get into sports, they get into program. Like let's say they get into the Beacon. That's what they used to do. Like get into the Beacon and shit. And all of a sudden, the Beacon, they're not getting new equipment. They're not getting. You know what I'm saying? They can't get fundings for for tournaments. They can't. You know what I'm saying? They can't travel to another borough. To play against the other borough. Like if you can't get those type of fundings, that's the mayor being held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, so Beacon was a program that was fun. I think when it was iOS 92.
Yeah.
But it was a funding from iOS 92.
Mm-hmm.
What up?
You're talking to you. You ain't using yes with me. Talking to you.
So it was a funding. It was a funding that was given to the school.
Go ahead.
And if you're not getting all the new equipment that you want, you gotta hold that mayor accountable.
Okay.
Want your chair? Say please. Say please.
All right. Well, while they figure that out, I'm gonna play the record again. We're gonna play a different record. We're gonna run it up.
A lot of gang shit. Crash. Look. A lot of MHF shit, like John spot with me.
We're gonna play another MHF KJ.
If the op is outside, we don't give a fuck. Been that black and we shooting it up. I be pulling up, so shit got me booted up. Niggas, bitches, I don't give a fuck.
Make sure you call in. Make sure you call in. Let us know what you think about the record. Call in and let us know what you think about the record.
If we beat them niggas gon' run. Watch out,
Nah, we gonna break
no miss. I be fucking his bitches, the one that he kisses, she still sucking dick. And I been money hungry, I know that they plotting to spin on the kid.
Nah, he said it earlier today.
When they live how I live. Go past the knots and I'm feeling the hit. I bitch all the shots, I haven't seen in the clip. Fuck it. Know that paper ain't far to be bustin'. Tell that bitch suck me up, nothing. Overtoning the Henny, she touching. I can smoke no for nothing. A lot of niggas be capping but bluffing. All that internet shit, I'm in public. We gon' beat that boy up in the deli. I don't care if that boy ain't on nothing. Low pro up balls on them, look. 10 plus, that's drumming. Don't give a fuck how my young niggas on them. Go be the clock, cause shot like Jordan. Every time I feel bad vibes. Niggas gon' see bad sides. Lot of souls everywhere, let's have a bad time. Trey Packers, body like a landmine. Look, what's up? We gon' spit through that side. We gon' spit through that side. Up it and dump. Now we gon' blick that. Keep a top on me and that shit ain't never been for fun. That nigga dead, we ain't saying no names. Or about to, I ain't playing no games. Niggas feel like they gangster, but they really gay. A lot of niggas got left trying to speak on the gang. A lot of niggas move different because they the opposite. On our face, I'm flying in the middle. Niggas start watching. What am I doing? Go off. I'm better make it and not really try to get out. Shorty, look, the niggas that fuck up with over the king. You could in the time of the day have the ambulance. You up to the way with like this. I'm living this nigga get day. Take a nigga chain and I get a rush. Niggas say he's gang. I don't give a fuck. I'm the chasing me and they duck. And I'm been about my bucks. Chasing niggas down. Ain't no flag habit. Run down on a nigga most madness. I'm trying to party that boy if it's static. I always move push. Can't get going without a boss. Every on time niggas time to relax. Well, I can't stop the move. Tacking these shots. Just needing to burn a nigga tack. Came in through the front, so I'm out through the back. The oppers outside. We don't give a fuck. Been that black and we shooting it up. I be pulling up. Shit got me booted up. Niggas bitches, I don't give a fuck. Say they side through what them niggas they ain't done. We gon' hit them, mama keep it cooking till them niggas done. If we beat them niggas gon' run. We don't give a fuck. Been that black and we shooting it up. I be pulling up. Shit got me booted up. Niggas bitches, I don't give a fuck. Say they side through what them niggas they ain't done. We gon' hit them, mama keep it cooking till them niggas done. If we beat them niggas gon' run.
Pause for the mic just to make sure.
Kev.
You.
There we go. What up, fellas? I heard you. That the intro was horrible.
Damn.
He said, yeah, so let's get it started. The fuck was that?
Listen, he was talking crazy before the camera came on.
What you was saying before the camera came on?
Said he was gonna be ready.
You look like you got a little stage fright. You was like, yo, welcome to episode 107. Let's start it up. Good job. That was a good job. But it really wasn't, but I'm just gonna say it was. What's up? And I fuck with Zuko.
Thank you.
Zuko was the band. Nah, you know it was the best one, Toph.
Nah.
Hell yeah. She learned how to steel bend. And
I never watched Avatar in my life, so.
True, but
like she's blind. She had to overcome the most, and she had to learn how to do all shit.
I mean,
Zuko,
but the blind.
I like his backstory, how it is. Yeah, I believe that.
But I feel like Toph, like the blindness made her stronger. I think the best fighter would be Katara because she could bloodbend. So that's why I would say she's the best one. Because that bloodbending shit is different. You could kill or destroy anybody. Or the girl who knew like all the pressure points.
Oh yeah,
she was low key tough. Yeah. I liked her. She was. That's how it happened.
So y'all was talking about mayors and shit.
Yeah, we got into the politics conversation. Did you want to finish that?
Honestly, somehow the interview at JT it became into a whole conversation.
Yeah. It went from an interview to a conversation, and we were getting into the politics, and we were talking about we was gonna get into Mayor Adams. Did you want to get into Mayor Adams about what he's doing so far in New York? Since we already here.
Like I said, go back to what I was talking about Mayor Adams. Mayor Adams has stated that he was going to bring back stop and frisk, and immediately when he got into office, that was reinstated. If anybody doesn't know, stop and frisk was originated by Mayor Giuliani, and Mayor Giuliani had brought it out for his own particular reason.
Oh hell no!
He put it out for his own particular reason, and after that, Mayor Bloomberg kept it, but he targeted that stop and frisk into black and brown communities.
Mm-hmm.
So he targeted that, and that's why, like during like our millennial high school years, we were getting stopped for most pettiest shit because that's what he told the people to target.
Mm-hmm.
So there's audio proof of that and everything too. So
wasn't this called like the broken window? Wasn't it like a broken window theory? Isn't that what it was called? Or was that Bill Clinton? The broken window theory. Okay. Yeah. But I think that the stop and frisk was influenced by I would believe the broken window theory.
Yeah, I mean it was similar to that. But like I said, stop and frisk. Giuliani had created that to attack the Italian mobsters, and he was trying to clean up New York City because at that time, New York was it was stated that New York was being ran by the Italian mafia and everything. But and he targeted the Italian mafia throughout the whole administration.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bloomberg took that stop and frisk and put it in black and brown communities, and that's why. And then with that crime bill that was placed by Bill Clinton, that was put and signed by Bill Clinton at that time, which is was introduced by Joe Biden. That crime bill that was an extra attack with stop and frisk. So that's why you have people getting locked up back in the high school years and junior high school years for an ounce of weed and doing like a year, 2 years, sometimes 5 years with some petty shit.
Yeah.
You know, so that was part with stop and frisk and the crime bill,
mm-hmm.
all put in place together. So Eric Adams brought that back, and I just hope he does it the right way because honestly, prepared for a lot of people to get pulled over and going to jail for the pettiest crimes. So sad.
Man, y'all thought y'all was safe out here in New York City because y'all got some stimulus checks? Y'all got some unemployment? Y'all thought it was going to be cool? Y'all thought that just because they showed y'all the tip of they, you thought that it was cool? Because that's just because they mooned you with they little cheeks? Just because they let you feel a little bit of freedom. Oh, they wasn't gonna come back? Oh no, this is still New York City. This is still the hub of, I don't even want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Communism. Socialism. This is the hub. This is where they're practicing on you all like the little guinea pigs that you all love to be. They're taking your rights away like thieves in the night. They want you to feel free while they snatch your soul. Think about that. You think that you're free, but they've snatched your soul.
If people pay attention to like how history repeats itself, how Germany was taken over, and how Germany was taken over by Hitler. He told the people that guns are bad. because Germany at one point had a democracy, and he told the people that guns were bad. We're going to stop the killings, the random killings. We're going to take away guns from the people that don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Cuba did the same thing. Cuba did the same thing. Take away guns, and they couldn't get rid of all the guns.
Man, shout out to all the Cubans. Shout out to all the Mexicans. I couldn't think of nobody else. Shout out to all the Puerto Ricans.
Dominicans.
Dominicans. Dominicanos. Venezuela. South America.
The whole South America?
It's the whole thing. I couldn't think of all the countries. Like, what? Brazil.
Too much.
That's the only one I could think of off the top of my head. Is Venezuela?
Venezuela's one of them.
Venezuela, Brazil. Yeah, my geography's bad. It's only 2 countries I can think of.
And y'all got mad at me when I couldn't find.
Couldn't find what?
Number? And I was like,
that part of
part
of Africa.
Nah,
no, you didn't know that what he said was wasn't the African continent. That's
geography.
Yeah, but that's different than not knowing more than 2 countries.
You know where Wyoming is at? On a map? Without the words?
Yeah. It's in the Midwest.
So this is your backyard.
Huh?
This is your backyard. This is your country, and you don't know where Wyoming is.
Nah, fuck it. I'm not going there.
I want to go. I want to go to every state in this country, at least once.
I heard Wyoming's nice.
Everywhere in America is nice for the most part.
You can find a good place everywhere.
Kanye was living there for a little bit.
Oh, he had a studio there. That was like his studio home thing, like where they went to go do mad music. It was like full music.
You gotta love this. That's the problem. Y'all don't love this shit. You gotta love this. People died. People fought for you. And y'all don't love y'all country. Take your clothes.
Oh, I understand. I understand why you like that. Republican Kev came outside today.
Hey, he's here.
Well, yeah.
Republican Kev is outside.
I didn't notice.
That's why.
Kev is here.
Somebody here is.
He got the Republican Kev part.
Republican Kev is in the building. Republican Kev is in the building.
All right, so.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad. I cut you off.
What was I saying?
I don't even know. There was something you said. Stop and frisk. You was democracy in Germany.
Oh, the democracy in Germany and in Cuba, they said they were going to take away guns. Eventually, they couldn't take away all the guns, but they took away bullets. You know what I'm saying? And what's a gun without a bullet? You know what I'm saying? So
a weapon.
you just throw it at them.
Pistol whip them.
Listen. So usually countries have guns, like America. We have guns.
So we got a lot of guns, nigga. Pull up if you want to. Pull up if you want to.
America has guns for the reason to protect itself from tyranny, from the government, to overthrow a government when they try to bring a tyrannical government. That's what the Second Amendment was created for. The information about Germany, why they had guns, the information can't be found on the internet. I couldn't find that, but I knew that they had the rights to bear arms, and Hitler took that away. Said you didn't need that. Stop the unnecessary killing, and they also said that they were gonna separate the Jews from separate Jews from Christians and all that. Eventually, he got to that, but he did it in the worst way. Not saying that that's going to happen here. I don't think that would happen here. No Holocaust thing or nothing. I don't think that would ever happen here. But
because we got guns, nigga.
He took everything away from the people. So eventually, they found a way how to cheat the government, how to cheat elections, and it kept them in power. And that same thing happened with Cuba with the Castros and everything. Well, all with that whole family line and everything. Same thing happened with Cuba. They took away their democracy the same way. And honestly, that's the same thing that's happening here in America right now. Germany, when they started separating the Jews had to wear the Star of David on their jackets or whatever, on their shirts, just to show that you're Jewish. And if a business accepted you, if a business accepted you, then you were able to go. If not, you couldn't go in. And that's what's happening right now with the vaccine cards.
Mm-hmm.
The same exact thing with the vaccine cards. You have to show your vaccine card just to walk in. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about they're gonna take away guns. We don't need guns for the people. The people don't need guns. And the same, you got to show these vaccine cards. This is the same exact movement on how Hitler took over Germany and how they took over Cuba. It's the same exact thing. So history repeats itself at all times. And if people don't choose to acknowledge it, it'll be too late.
Mm-hmm.
So people need to start waking up, man. Honestly.
I think here's the thing. I think people are awake, but I think there's just so much shit going on.
I think it's pride.
No, I don't even think it's pride. I just feel like people don't, like at this point, people don't know what to tackle. Like people don't know what issues they need to pay attention to. So it's like when you got social media telling you you're broke, you ain't shit, you're supposed to have a house, a car, a wife, and a dog by the age of 27, but now you're 34, thinking that you're a piece of shit because but this is the social media is telling you this over and over and over as you're scrolling, it's telling you your wife needs to look like this, your car needs to look like this, your house needs to look like this person just made $100,000 in a day doing options trading, this person just could flip 100 to that. Like they telling you all these different things, creating all these different problems in your mind that you don't even have the time to think about the shit that really matters. So it's to the point now because we don't even know what people really care about, to me. Like, and I always go back to the kids. I just listen to the shit that they think is important. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because you kids and y'all don't know. But then I also could think of like when I'm with adults and they talk about the shit that they think is important that the country needs to fix. And it's like, all right, I hear you, but we got like real bigger issues with rights potentially being taken away. Like the way of living, freedoms being taken away. Like tyrannical government coming in. Like we're so accustomed to thinking that America is the norm that we forget that America is an experiment. And we are still in the hypothesis phase.
Yes.
That's the shit that we forget. Like, and when we compare ourselves to like Germany or France, and these are countries that have been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years. They have customs and traditions that they can go back to that date back to the 1400s. We're 1776. We're what, 200 and something years removed from the Revolutionary War? Like, we're still trying to figure ourselves out. With that being said, we need to be aware of the things that are going on that are going to affect our way of life in terms of the laws, culture, and traditions that this country is still creating. We're still creating as we're going. Like we're what, 40, 60 something years removed from segregation? Like there are people that are alive right now that were alive during the civil rights era. But we think about that shit as if it was like so long ago. Like I have an aunt that grew up, she's still alive, grew up in the segregated South and can tell you stories about how you had to walk to school a certain way because if you walk down the wrong road, these crackers would kill you just for walking to school because they didn't even want you to go to school. Like that shit matters. That shit matters. Like, the laws that are being passed about our schools matter. The laws that are being passed about our neighborhoods, like Kev was saying, the funding that our neighborhoods get matter. When niggas say shit like, "Oh, I'm not gonna fill out the census because that's some government conspiracy shit, and they're gonna take my information and put it on the stock market," whatever. Believe that. But also, if you're gonna believe that, believe the fact that now, when you don't fill out the census, they're not gonna give you the fund. They're not gonna give the neighborhood the funding that it deserves. All of this shit is intertwined. But just to summarize what you were saying, we have to get back to caring about the shit that matters. Like, and I love the 60s era because they were fighting for the shit that mattered. They fought for the shit that mattered. You go back to even prior to the 60s, like if you go back to the 1920s, they fought for the shit that mattered. Like, what are people fighting for right now? I don't know. What are people fighting for in 2021?
2022.
2022.
And
I'm still on that phase with the notebook right in 2021.
But people are fighting over, like, there's like multiple battles at one time. There's multiple battles. People are fighting about COVID. People are fighting about they think equal rights. When I think America's moving forward as far as like as per equal rights. You
Okay.
know, I think America's moving forward. You know, like we got some gray areas when it's a little fucked up.
Mhm.
That we get the little pushback, right? We have a little pushback, but bro, I just saw on Instagram today that we have this judge. We have a judge.
Joe
that-
Brown?
Nah, it was a
okay.
judge that hold on. I saw it today. It was a judge that she for Boston, Massachusetts.
Jerry Springer.
He's in Boston?
Jerry Springer's a judge.
He's
now,
a judge.
No, but not. Judge Jerry's. You gotta watch that show. It's a fucking fire show. Anyway,
And Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey's a judge now too.
so
How long it take for them to get the judge license?
the judge license.
How can they just
Today.
become a judge? Never went to.
No, Jerry actually, I think, went to law school.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey didn't.
I don't think Steve Harvey went to law school. But what I did notice when I was watching the show, before you say that, all the judges had their names on the thing as like judge, whatever. I noticed that Steve Harvey, that shit wasn't there. Like, his name wasn't there. There's no Judge Harvey and nothing like that. So I think that's legit just TV.
What is it? What is it called?
I don't even know what it's called.
Oh,
Judge Harvey.
It might be. But go ahead.
So I was looking on the internet today, and there's a judge named Shannon Frison, right?
Shannon Frison?
Frison, Frison. She's I think she's the first LGBT judge. She's tatted up. What I'm saying is like I feel like we're moving forward as per separate, be under segregation. Like basically we have opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of opportunities. We have I've seen people I knew growing up get in the best positions in their life, right? Hit $300,000 a year, $400,000 a year, potentially millionaires.
This is it right here.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I did some research. I mean, this thing's legit.
What might feel like the wild west.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's legit. And people say that they don't give us opportunities.
Mm.
People want to say that we don't receive opportunities to be in positions.
Mm-hmm.
And this right here speaks for it. Like, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? This is dope. I was doing some research on her, and I don't know how long she's been in office, but for me to see her in this position, well, I don't know if she identifies as a she. Can I say that?
Oh, don't fuck up now. You was doing so good.
yeah, word.
You was doing good. You was doing good.
But
Just keep riding the wave.
But she looked like she's been in the game for a little while. But anyway, I want to say that you're not you're not discriminated against in all aspects. There's you have opportunities to do a bunch of different things. America's moving forward, and like you said, it's an experiment. It's an experiment. We're moving forward. We're doing pretty good, better than a lot of countries because countries come from like people from Germany, people come from Spain, and all these other countries to live in America, and chase what we call the American dream.
Point for you.
To chase the American dream. So people leave these other countries to come here, and it's not that bad here. It can always be worse. And if you potentially keep voting for the same exact thing over and over, people that give you the same exact news that we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and you're getting it from the same party every time, it's time for a change. It's time to go against what they're talking about.
I'm not gonna lie. I think American superheroes would beat the shit out of any other country superhero. I think we would fuck any other country superheroes up. I think the only country that'll give us a problem is probably like Japan or something.
Captain Puerto Rico.
Huh?
Captain Puerto Rico. He does a great job.
Captain Puerto Rico?
Who's that?
Captain America.
Oh.
Called him Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, because he had 1 star on his suit.
Nigga, didn't they? Okay. I think Captain of America has been like an American superhero longer than Puerto Rico has been a part of the United States.
Yeah, basically.
Is that a fact?
He was around. He was the first like.
Because what he came, we got Spain. We got Puerto Rico in like 1942.
I think.
No, it was the Spanish American War, so it was like 19.
1909.
Maybe. Let me look at the Spanish American War. Now, I know it was definitely during the Spanish American War. I want to say the
1908, 1909, something like that.
Yeah. Year. It was like the fastest war in American history, I think. Ran them niggas up.
1898 to 1890.
No way.
1898 to 1898.
Oh yeah, no, we went down there and wowed them niggas up. That shit wasn't no joke. That's how we got Panama and Puerto Rico, I believe, and Guam, I think.
We got Guam.
Yeah, we got Guam. All right, but let's transition. So we had a pretty lengthy debate about this subject right here. I'm going to share the screen, and it involves some chicken, if you recall.
You got somebody calling in?
I mean, he said he was going to call in, but listen.
It involves some chicken.
All right. So it says no child should receive a plate before the man of the house. Now, this became a lengthy conversation, and niggas from all over the chat came around. Huh?
What does Justin have to say about this?
Oh, there you go. Start there.
Me?
Yeah.
I always feed my kids first.
No child should receive a plate before the man of the house. That's the statement.
So receiving a plate and feeding is two different things, right?
Are you gonna you receive your own plate?
When the person's serving,
right?
Who receives the plate first?
My kids.
So your kids receive the plate first. Okay. I mean, like everybody's household is different.
Yeah. My kids don't make me a plate, then I don't receive the plate.
But I'm saying, like, if you have your wife, let's say your wife, right? And your wife is serving.
Feed the kids first.
Feeds the kids first. Just asking. All right, now go.
So what are you saying?
Go, JD.
All right. So then we got into a lengthy debate, and people from all over Facebook came to comment and shared and discussed. Let's just look at some of these comments. Oh yeah, we exposing you niggas today because y'all love some chicken. Somebody said what? Boo! And then somebody responded, that sounds like dad, so I'm assuming they're related. Then somebody said, yep. And then Trace Black, I think this is one of the dumbest arguments ever. It puts grown men in competition with children, but carry on. Royce Gibson responds, will you tell them, bro? Personally, I'm not eating before any child. It doesn't even have to be my child. Me and my woman or female friend. Okay. Me and my woman or female friend can eat at the same time, but no way in hell am I stuffing my mouth and little kids are sitting there hungry watching me. Somebody said, what? Then Republican Kev chimes in. Let me get his song ready. Republican Kev comes in to save the day and sets the record straight once and for all. Because you heathens do not understand the quote. And Republican Kev says, people are reading too deep into it. If everyone is eating together and the man is sitting there, the man usually gets served first, then kids get served. Doesn't mean the man eats first. It's etiquette. He was just served first. I've never seen a household in my life where everyone eats together that they put the plate of food in front of the baby first. And then a Democrat jumped in. He says, bro, just shut up. Just shut up. People laughed. Then they had a back and forth. Republican Kev responds, why do people feel gully on social media? Ooh, spicy. Love it. Mr. Royce, the Democrat, says, bro, I ain't gully on social media. I'm gully in real life. Oh, shit. Wait, I gotta read that again. He said, bro, I ain't gully on social media. I'm gully in real life.
If you ever visit my area, we can interact.
He was with the shit. Imagine he lives in like a gated community somewhere in like Kansas.
Bro, listen, just for the listen, if you're beefing with somebody and you say we can interact, you don't sound like a threat anymore.
Ooh, you keeping the spice. He's keeping the spice.
It doesn't sound like a threat anymore.
I love it.
So I told him, you're an old head and it seems like you've got a lot to learn.
Mm.
I'm an each one, teach one, brother. It's all love. Focus on the greatness of life instead of trying to be someone no one cares about on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Being gully. Life is great.
He says, you said a lot there, but you can't tell me she's. You can't tell me she's. You know what shiz reminds me of? Hey, it's the motherfucking B.O. Snoop Dogg.
You know what happened with the D.R.E.
Yeah. Boy, there's nothing you can teach me. Boy, I have too much knowledge and education. What can you teach me? What could I learn from you?
So then I jump in. Me being the spicy person and like the cause conflict type of person that I am, I said, hey, calling on the podcast. Let's chop it up. Shit, I love it. Get spicy. I love it. Call to the podcast. Let's chop it up. Chop it up. He said, bro, hit me with info for your pod. I don't do pod, but let me know. I will. Real talk. Then we got into it. Then, they went back and forth. I said, we're going live tonight, 9 p.m. You can call in anytime. Gave him the number, dropped it down. Has he called in yet? No. But does that mean he's not going to call in? No. We don't know. And then they went back and forth. And then Princess chimed in. She says, everyone's talking about eating first. The post said, receive plate first. Reading properly is fundamental. No one is eating first. Everyone is eating together as a family.
You gotta put the next comment.
Okay. The original post is conveying the lack of submissiveness amongst women. The response. You can't read! Give kids their food first!
Word!
He wanted to drop the B word.
He said,
He wanted to drop the B word. He was smart.
what did he say?
He said, you can't read!
You said, yo, you got
Give
guys
kids
so
their
mad.
food first!
Purid. He wrote purid.
Purid? Where you at? I don't.
You can't read.
Oh.
Purid.
You keeping this? He meant period, but you keeping the spice.
Purid.
Princess responds, absolutely not. They don't pay no bills. They will be just fine receiving the plate after the man of the house. Now, if there was a shortage on food, then by all means feed the babies first. But other than that, it is a no for me.
Honestly, I agree with that.
I'm going to like that comment. Pow. All right. And then Republican Kev comes to the rescue again. And sets the record straight for you. I ain't gonna call y'all name. For you people with a different opinion. He said, thank you. That's all I've been saying. This is what the post is saying. People need to learn to keep emotions out of facts. You idiots. The emotions are making them say kids eat first when it's all saying serving first. You imbeciles. He's saying serve, not eat, serve. You gotta listen to the context matters, man. I taught my kids that today in school. Context matters. And y'all keep taking things out of context. You keep taking things out of context. I'm going to go back to the original quote or post. No child should receive a plate before the man of the house. I'm going to give my opinion real quick. I said, I agree. I feel like if I'm working, I'm slaving, I'm outside, and these little hungry eaters, poopers, the people I got to clean up after, get to eat before me? Me? I got a problem. No. I'm sorry, not eat, be served. No. I get the first plate. And then I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for everybody to get their food, but God damn it, I need mine first because I'm more important than these kids. Ooh, that touched the nerve. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can have that conversation right now, too. Who's more important? Oh, wait. We got a call?
Nah.
Uh-oh.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a
I don't know
voicemail,
who that
press
is.
2.
I mean, either. He might call and cuss us out.
To accept, press 1.
Yo, you live on 40 Central Podcast.
Yeah, I came to holler at Cav.
Oh, yeah.
No.
He pulled up.
He pulled up. Good.
Gotta respect
All
the
right,
gangster.
good.
Go ahead, brother. You got the floor.
Nah, I'm fucking with y'all, man. It's your boy Red, man. I'm just
Yo, you're an idiot, bro.
Hey, was Kev nervous?
Yeah.
Man, his foot started shaking.
My feet cooked up.
You feel me? I wanted to make sure we had what he said, interactions.
I came to interact. Yo, listen. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. If a person tells me while he beefing that we can interact, you're no longer a threat.
Yeah.
It's like what?
It's like that moment in 40-Year-Old Virgin when the nigga started using big words. He was like, against Kevin Hart, he was like, I don't even know what that means, but I'm gonna take that as a sign of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So when I felt you on that one, but let me stick to the subject real quick, man. You don't give kids the food first. You understand? You do not serve the kids food first. You know why you give it to the man? Because the man is fucking hungry and he's gonna eat that big ass piece of chicken. If you let the kid take the shit first, the kid's gonna take 2 bites of the best piece of chicken, leave it there, have it looking all stupid, and the shit is in the garbage. You understand?
Yeah.
You eat the food first. And then while we at it, let's stop eating that chicken, by the way. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't no good for y'all right now. I heard there's fake chicken going on out there, so, just watch out. But yeah, the man's gonna eat first. You heard? That's just the bottom line. Because Stone Cold says so.
Yeah, no,
Thank you, JT.
I agree with him.
I mean,
I agree with him. It's true. It's true. Listen, it's not belittling the kids, man. Right? Not belittling the kids.
Snotty
kids.
nose kids.
Okay, it's snotty nose kids. But I do agree with that because at the end of the day, yes, you do work to put food on the table. But then when you are being fed last, it brings down the value of the man. It brings down the value. It brings down your value. And then people start to belittle you in their own household. Kids fuck up all the time. How many times you see like those TV shows? Even Cosby. They did it in the Cosby.
That's a good point though.
Yeah, they did it in the Cosby. The moment they fuck up, they get one disrespectful. Go to your room. You're not eating today. Go in the room. You don't eat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to make up your own rules in the crib. You want to do everything else yourself. You don't want to listen to your parents, but you want to eat the food that your parents bring in. You want to do everything else. You want the nice clothes that your parents bring in. Nah, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Eating is a privilege in the household. If you want to make up your own rules, you want to make up your own rules, buy your own food. Find a way to make the money, bring food to the table for yourself. That's it. Now, I believe if there's a food shortage, yes, you put your kids first because
absolutely
their stomach is smaller than yours. But even the lions do it. Lions do the same shit. Lions send their bitches out. They send the lionesses out. Lionesses.
He said they send their bitches out. Like, yo, bitches, get out.
The lions send their bitches out. Go get their food. Bring it back to the king. The king eat. Right, and whatever's whatever's left, you bring it to the cub, and then the bitches eat.
You seen lions do that before?
Oh, yeah, I saw it on Animal Planet.
Yeah, Nat Geo, bro. They showed all that shit. Discovery Channel, dude.
No, it's real shit though.
Nah, he telling facts.
I mean, it's true though.
You know what I mean?
It's a sensitive topic because etiquette and chivalry is dying.
Right.
It's dying. So they do whatever they, and we've been taught in our generation to do, feed the kids first and belittle the man. And the whole agenda is to belittle the man. That's why we have all, like child support and all this bullshit that goes on. And it's to break that, break down the household. All this shit is to break down the household, to favor the woman and the child, and the man has no say. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, the man should have a lot of say in the household if he's providing the household. Now, if you're a stay-at-home dad and the wife is working, then that shit works the other way. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't get that because you're still a man.
You're still a man. You're absolutely, you're
even
still
if
a
you
man.
don't bring all the donuts, you still taking care of the house. That's a job.
No, you're absolutely right. But what I'm saying is, as far as being receiving the plate first, bro, if you're the man of the house, if you're the man and the woman's providing everything in our household and you're not providing it, I believe that she gets to have those decisions.
Yeah, that's
she
fine.
gets to have the decisions. She has that say, and you just have to eat it up because you chose to be in that position.
Yo. Eat it up.
I don't know.
Eat it up.
If I'm staying at home, it's still the same. Adults gonna get the food, then the kids get the food. Like, it really don't make no difference to me. As long as you know that the hierarchy of the household is, the adults, then the children. That's what it boils down to. It's about, structure. Kids don't understand that. And once you break the structure, then they start disrespecting the elders and so forth. So I could agree with you, on that, kid.
Yeah, bro. I mean, listen,
man,
we live in a day and age we live in a day and age where kids are being very disrespectful towards their parents. You know what I'm saying? Very disrespectful.
I could disagree with that though.
Huh?
Somebody said their grandkids eat first.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, just because you don't have an experience doesn't mean that.
I know, but I'm saying it's my thought.
So
I disagree with you.
Yeah,
my kids could eat before me, and I still I can get the plate last, and nobody's gonna belittle me.
And listen,
it's my house.
Yeah,
my kids don't say nothing disrespectful to me.
and that's listen. If your kids are being
And nobody's ever gonna disrespect me.
And your kids are being your kids are respectful towards you.
Yeah, but you're saying in general, like it's like that.
Yeah, but,
I just feel like
that's a majority. That's a majority.
Who knows that? You don't know that.
No, statistically, it's majority.
Wait, majority what? I missed that part.
Majority is the way that
kids are being disrespectful towards elders. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like they start to devalue a man for who they are. You know what I'm saying? The man of the house. You know what I'm saying? So like if you let the kid eat first, you let everything, fucking do everything first, and they run the whole, they run the household, they run everything, whatever it is, they start to feel it's like little baby steps. As mostly anybody would do some shit like this, I'm saying, unless they know their boundaries. And which not everybody doesn't know their boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
But like they see if they could do this, then they push it to this, then they push it to that. And then all of a sudden now they get completely disrespectful. People do that shit. And it usually starts with kids. And if you let that shit fly, they become like that as adults, and then it's already too late. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Right. They don't respect people. They don't respect men or certain type of authority or vice versa, whatever the case may be. So, that shit is very well true. But that's why you feed the kids last. It's not like they get to serve last. Now we're talking about everyone at the table at the same time. Not the kids at the kids' table. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's at the table. Adults will get served first, bro. If we're all at the table together, we're eating together. If we're eating together, that means we're sitting, praying, all in one union. And then 9 out of 10, most people are going to serve the adults first. Kids don't eat a lot, and they don't normally eat all of the food. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just think about it. Now, people just trying to sound like super good parents or, like the country, like the top of the top, because they're like, no, my kids eat first. Well, we know you're going to feed your kids no matter what. Your kids are always going to get first no matter what. But you got to put the food in your mouth before you put the food in your kids' mouth. You know what I'm saying? If niggas is outside hunting for food, you got to eat to go hunt, to go kill before you can start feeding your kids. You know what I'm saying? You'll give them what you can, but you got to take what you can and go do that. So, yes, the concept is it comes to the adults first. You understand? The kids don't need as much, so they come at the end. It's just what it is. They're not needy in that sense. You feel me? Like we got them. Food's on the table. You'll get it.
Well,
they already playing around.
You serving the food?
Drinking juice.
Your wife serving the food?
Wife serving the food.
So even if your wife is serving the food, you still gonna get the biggest piece of meat.
Yeah.
No homo.
Hey yo!
Hey, yo! You say yeah.
Yo!
It doesn't matter. Like whoever. It doesn't.
It does matter, Justin. Because why you want the biggest piece?
No, Kev said yeah. Kev said yeah.
I want that one. That was
No, don't get into that. I want that one. I want that one.
No, I want it. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to feed first,
I just want to differentiate.
It doesn't happen.
Like there's just a difference between serving and eating. Like I think that was the fundamental difference in that particular quote. Like just because I get served first, that doesn't mean I'm going to eat first. But even if I eat first, that's okay too, because I brought all of this shit in here. I'm paying for the rent, mortgage. I'm paying for the lights. I'm paying for you to go to school. So yes, I get to eat.
Yeah, but 95% of the time, like families are not eating together at this point in time.
But that's different. That's
that's where it gets like we don't eat together. Like if she feeds me, or I'm out, or like. The kids are taking a bath, or by the time she's finished cooking and she's feeding everybody, she's eating last.
Most of the time, niggas ain't eating together.
Like a woman, when they make their
families that eat together.
Majority of families are not eating together.
No, it's still families eating together.
Like you just said majority, right? So I'm gonna say majority. Majority of families do not eat together.
I think that's a northern city thing to not eat together. I think in the South, families are still eating together.
Yeah, but you gotta have a man in the house first of all to serve, baby girl. Like,
but all right. So all right, northern whatever. We don't eat together, right? So it's hard for us to find that concept where like there'll be times where if I'm not ready to eat, I'm not ready to eat. Somebody's calling in.
No, he hung up. All right, Red. We appreciate you. Goodbye.
Came to holler.
But yeah, go ahead. Finish your point.
Yeah, like we don't eat together. Like when she used to cook, She's feeding. I'm like, yo, feed the kids. The kids are eating. I'm making sure Nicole's eating. I'm making sure Leah's eating. I'm making sure Sophia's eating. And then my food comes, and then her food comes. And a lot of the times we eat together. Like if it was, you know what I mean? Like the kids, I don't care. The kids is still not gonna say nothing to me after that. They ain't gonna disrespect me. So
I don't think that'll make them. I don't think
that's what they was. That's what he was saying. Like the kids, if they do this and then they continue to do this or whatever like that. Nah, like there's been times when we've been in my crib and I let everybody eat before I eat.
Can I ask you a question, Justin?
Yeah.
And this might be a personal question. Do you live with your kids 24/7?
Yes, I did.
Right now.
Doesn't matter.
No, it does matter because they if your children have 2 different households or 3 different households.
In a household though. I was in a household.
If you have your children has 2 or 3 different households, yeah, bro. But like when that was when they were younger, right?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter because people change. The atmosphere changes. They grow and then they build personalities. It does change.
But you, as a parent, you teach them no matter which way.
No, you teach them and they can learn from you. They can learn from you. They can learn from you, and they can take in all the stuff that you teach them into considerations and then thought, and potentially they can learn from that. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying personalities change over time, and when you don't live with that or live with them, you're not seeing the everyday action of it. Of every minute of it. So the little personalities that change, and if the other household is not nipping it in the butt,
I agree with that.
If the other household is not bringing it and like nipping it in the butt, they could. And not saying they could take it to you.
No, they can though.
They can, but not saying they could take it to you. But if the household that they're staying in is not nipping things in the butt, they can take that into the street on how they act, and then eventually becomes their character.
I think you're just taking it too far.
No, I'm just saying that's how I usually how I've seen it.
To that point, I think this is a good conversation to have because I feel like this shows that we don't have culture within our culture. We don't have a set of customs and traditions within our group of people. Because when you do things like that, to Kev's point, not saying that the kid is going to grow up to become a murderer, but what type of rules, customs, and traditions are you setting for your household? Like, I feel like if my grandmother is at the house, the elders get served first as a sign of respect. You've paved the way for me. You've helped me with my kids. You get served first. You eat first. Then the parents, because we're paving the way for our children, and then our children. And then when our children become adults, they eat first because you are doing what needs to be done for the kids. And that's culture and tradition to show respect. That's how I see it. But not saying the other way is wrong. Like if the kid is eating first, like you're a bad parent. Like, no, but that's a culture and tradition that I personally disagree with. I feel whoever's the oldest in the house gets served first as a sign of respect. Like, that's just how I see it. But is it disrespectful to do the opposite? I don't think so. But I think to help establish the idea of respect for adults in the household, that can help. That's how I see it.
Kev, this is for you. Did your personality change when you left your home, or did you continue with your values regardless of where you lived?
I was already an adult when I left. So it's like I took all my values with me. I was already an adult. You know, I never left as a child. But like I said, I mean, I'm grateful I had a mother and a father in my household. You know, so I had two, you know, I had the alpha and the beta in the household. You know, I had that going on. I know.
Okay.
I had the alpha. I'm like, what the hell was that for a second?
Call from
management.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Fucking jail calls, man.
Somebody got in trouble. Yo. What's good?
I'm sick of this fucking conversation, yo.
Wow.
I really am. I don't understand how people how do we lose sight of this? Number one, if y'all didn't see what I said already, Kev is right. It's not about eating first, it's about getting served first. That's number one. Number two,
I never understood when the kids became more important than the parents. Because how can the kids be more important than the people that are actually taking care of them? So I don't understand how when people sit there over and over again and they say, I put my kids first, how can your kid be first if you are not right? You got to be right in order for your kid to be good. I'm not a kid, TT. No. Yes, you are a kid. And yes, I'm sitting down eating dinner with my daughter right now.
Who was served first?
He served his daughter first.
We actually have different meals, so it was different. My food was already made. I just had to heat it up.
So yeah, I mean, like, you see, he agrees with that situation too. Like, all I'm stating is that the little things in a household creates the bigger picture of that person. The little things create any little thing that's in that household creates that big picture of that person. It creates the mannerism.
Absolutely.
It creates the etiquette, you know, and your child learns chivalry through you. If you don't teach, you know, opening the door for women, opening the car door, opening the door, holding the door for people, they're never gonna do that. How many times you walk in the city and you went to open the door and the person didn't even hold the door for you?
You say thank you.
Yeah. They're not being taught that shit. More than 9 times out of 10, they're not being taught.
I think the generations got lost in what was going on. And yes, your kids are very important. I don't want people to like feel some type of way because I said what I said. Your kids are very important, but to put your kid first doesn't make sense. You have to put yourself. How can your kid be more important than you, and you have to take care of this kid? That makes no sense. But people keep on arguing this fact over and over again, and that's why the first thing I said was I'm sick and tired of having this conversation. This shit is dumb.
It is dumb. It is dumb.
You have to be good. In order for your kid to live and do this, that, and the other, you have to be good. Yes, when it comes down to serving in the household, when you have a mother, father, or anybody, like when it comes to parents and children, the parents should get served first. So if the woman is the breadwinner and stuff like that, she should get served first. If the man is the breadwinner, then he should get served first. Because it lets the kids know these are the bosses in the house. You have to listen. You have to understand these are the ones that control what goes on in the household. If you don't like it, like all the time when we were kids, if you don't like it, get your own crib, you do whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
Talk you.
But as long as you live in this house, this is what it is.
That's what I was stating before. Like if you look at everything that's being taught, because like stuff like that is being taught. That kids eat first and all that stuff. Like everything is first for the kids. Everything's for the kids. This and they, and in a sense they're right. In a sense, the stuff you do is for the kids, right? The stuff you do is for the kids. But understand
Absolutely.
but the stuff that you're doing is also to provide where you rest your head. And everything, all these agendas that are being taught is to belittle the man in all aspects. Everything is being to belittle the man. The man has no say in most of these things that's being done. And if he don't nip it in the butt now, it's going to be extremely too late. That a man will be the beta. Look what's happening right now. It's the man is the beta.
Let me explain something real quick, right? And I mentioned this over and over again on the pod. I'm paying for my daughter's education in college, right? But if I'm fucked up, how am I paying for her college? So who comes first? That's it. No, not more, not less. Yeah, she could probably get student loans, and she could probably get all that, and she'd be up the ass in student loans for the rest of her fucking life. Because that's what we're going through right now. But I'm saying, because I got it, you good. You ain't got to worry about none of that. I'll take on all that shit. So how am I not more important? It doesn't make any sense. But people just want to run with the kids are more important. They can't run anything. You're molding them to run shit when they become adults. So how would you sit there and tell them at 5 years old, you are more important than me? That makes no sense. But people Okay, TT. It doesn't make any sense, but people keep on running with this narrative, and it doesn't make any sense. This narrative doesn't make any sense. The parents are more important than the kid because you have to guide your kid to get to that point. But if you're not in the right space, think about it. How many fucked up parents there are that their kids are even more fucked up because they didn't have the right guidance? Duh. The parent is more important.
Starts with the parent.
Yep.
I really don't understand why this is such a debate. Why this is such a hot topic. If you want to talk about getting served first, the reason why the parents get served first is because it shows who is the dominant in the household. The kid can't be the dominant in the household, otherwise the kid gonna run crazy. No, you gotta respect your parents. You gotta respect your mother and your father. So therefore, you show that by, oh, listen, you're getting served first. You're not eating first. You're disrespectful if you just eat without everybody else. But getting served first, it just shows, no, your father or your mother should get served first. I cook, so if I cook, then TT's mother should get served first. If she cooked, then I should get served first. That's it. We're gonna sit down and eat together, but to get served first just shows there's a I think the word was hierarchy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yes, there is in the household. People gotta stop. Like, I don't know why it's so tough for people to understand this topic. This topic is very basic. We're not eating before anybody else.
That's how I felt about the other topic.
Which one?
Trust me,
the shit that we went crazy.
Now watch this. If it came down to the parent having to decide whether to eat or the kids got to eat, every parent is going to choose for the kid to eat.
Yeah.
So that's why it doesn't matter. It's not about eating. It's about getting served first. And you got to stop looking at it. You got to actually listen to the topics and then respond. There's a lot of conversations that's going on that people are not listening to the topic. They're not looking at what the message or the actual question is asking. They're just running. So relax. Read it. It has nothing to do with eating first. We all gonna eat. We're gonna sit at the table and eat together. But who gets served first? Parents. That's it.
Quick question. How do you feel about Republican Kev being back?
Yeah, I saw the part. I definitely did see the part. I saw the part. Shout out to Kev. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might have sparked that comeback because I mentioned it in the last part.
Oh, so you say you sunned him. You sunned him.
He's a thing.
You sunned
him? I
him?
ain't sunned him. No. I ain't sunned him. No, absolutely not.
What you trying to say? You gave birth to Republican Kev?
Nah, what I was saying was like we hadn't seen Republican Kev in a while, and I had to bring it up. The fact that we haven't seen.
You know what's
so
funny?
Therefore,
you know what's funny is that I was at the gym the other day, and I came across Dubs at the gym, and he never seen my I always wear a hat. I'm at the gym, always have a hat on. So he never sees like what's under the hat. So anyway, I seen him at the gym, and only thing he kept doing is looking at my head. Only thing he kept doing was looking at my head. Look at my head. I'm like, yo, what are you looking at? He said, bro, what the fuck is wrong with your hair? I said, got a comb over, bro. I'm done with the Caesar. So he said, yo, you trying to look like Ronald Reagan? Mind you.
Republican Kev is back, baby.
But mind you, he said, yo, you got the Ronald Reagan. You trying to look like Ronald Reagan? Mind you, like I never talk politics with Dubs. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he even tunes into the pod or anything. But this dude, he just came out of nowhere and started talking about I look like Ronald Reagan. I took it as a compliment, actually.
Yo, this nigga's a real Republican.
I took it as a compliment. Reagan was a good president. Reagan was a good president. I take it as a compliment. But it's funny how y'all call me Republican Kev because of the part, and that's what he said. Call me Ronald Reagan.
Nigga giving you all the music. First of all, this not even presidential music anymore. It's wrap it up, my nigga. You take it too low. That's what he's doing right now. But to Princess's point, chivalry and being submissive is not dead. I just want to point that out. I'm looking at the comments as come on, I'm working from home, baby. I just want to let y'all know. But
Appreciate that.
Chivalry is not dead. It's definitely not dead. I still open doors. I make sure everything. If I come pick you up from your house or anywhere you are, by the time you get outside, that passenger side door is open, guaranteed. As far as being submissive, I think women are taking on more of a dominant role, and I think it takes a special kind of dude to make that kind of dominant woman be more submissive. So I don't think either one is dead. I think it's more along the lines of the nigga that you fucking with. If that makes any sense.
I think it's dying because the roles of masculine and feminine are changing, and the idea of what is masculine and what is feminine is changing. So I think in that sense, it's dying, but I don't think it's dead. If that makes sense.
I think it's if it's dying, it's only because the men are not actually stepping up. Like men are getting discouraged by women that are taking better positions of like their work, their careers, their education and stuff like that. So men have never had to deal with this many women actually really taking full responsibility for their careers and their education. And these women are like, wait, well, since we got to do this, fuck I need you for? And that's the time when the men got to stand up and go, you need me for this. And men are not doing that. Men are just walking away from it. So that's the reason why it's dying.
Or they're not being taught. Sorry, I said teach. They're not being taught.
No, well, you can be. You know why you can be taught this? Because it's going on at the same time. It's actually evolving right now as we speak. Because the 90s woman and the 2000 woman and the 2020 woman is like those are different women.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's still evolving and it's still going forward, you have to now realize that you can't come with the same bullshit. And this is what women say all the time. You can't come with the same bullshit that you was coming with in the 90s and the early 2000s and this, that, and other. So what, like now women are asking men, what are you bringing to the table? And men are backing off like, I don't even know. Because men are getting nervous.
Are men bringing hot sauce?
Only Drake. Only Drake dropping hot sauce. And
I ain't gonna lie. That's just gonna be talked about for years.
Are those allegations are true stories?
It's a true story.
I think
he's being sued for it.
I think when it comes down to it, yes, there are dominant women. There are I don't want to call them masculine women. I just want to say more dominant women.
Nah, nigga, they masculine.
Do you know the story about it?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Should I get pregnant off the used condom? So he put fucking hot sauce in there.
He killed them shit. And he heard her screaming in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that whole report.
I don't care about Drake.
Nah, girls are crazy.
I don't care about Drake.
Drake's gonna be.
But I think, like for instance, again,
be a legend,
like when it comes down to chivalry and stuff like that, like when I walk with TT on the street, I still walk on the outside. She doesn't even know what that means, but I still walk on the outside.
I do that too.
And I change, like I hold her hand every time we walk in. I hold her hand and we cross the street, and I go to the other side.
I don't hold Kev's hand, but I make sure that he's inside all the time.
Shut the fuck up. I got videos of being the outside.
Wow.
That niggas is special. I'm just like that.
Shout out to Maya Angelou.
But TT right now doesn't know it, but that's what I do. I'm still walking on the outside. I'm still holding every door. That's what I do. So chivalry is not, like I said, it might be dying. It's not dead. But the problem is, we're dealing with more dominant women now than we ever dealt with. And men don't know how to deal with it. So men want a submissive woman to do this, that, and the other. Meanwhile, she's like, for what? Like, I'm paying my own bills. I'm doing my own thing over here. Like, what are you bringing to the table? Like, what are you bringing to the table?
There's a great book. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
There's a great book that I just finished reading called The Way of the Superior Man, and it talks about masculine and feminine energy. And I highly recommend that everybody read it because it's really going into exactly what you're talking about. And I do think that there is a rise in women with masculine energy. And it doesn't even have to do with finances. It's just the idea that their role is to be the direction and the guidance of the family. And that's what we're used to the man doing, being the person who's supposed to guide the family and direct the family to freedom and independence. And now women are doing that, and men are like, well, then what the fuck is my job? Which is what you just said. And I think we need to revisit that conversation of what is masculine energy and feminine energy, and how can those two coexist in 2021? And can a woman with masculine energy be with a man with masculine energy? Can that work out?
Can I be candid about this? That actual conversation? Can a woman with masculine energy and a man with masculine energy coexist?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it can't. No, you know what? It can, but right now it can't because the women with masculine energy are throwing it into the faces of the men with masculine energy. And once women settle into their for what they're doing, it would actually coexist better. But as of right now, women are doing too much explaining why they're better men than the men. If that makes any kind of sense. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what instead of just, be dominant, be all of that, but don't throw it in his face. And a lot of women are actually just throwing it in. I'm doing it better than you. Like I'm paying all the bills. I'm doing this. What the fuck I need you for? And that's throwing it in his face.
But if you say something along the lines of "What do I need you for?" because you're paying the bills, then you don't even understand the context of a relationship.
You're right, and that's my point. But again, so when it comes down to the masculine and the dominant woman, that's the reason why that masculine and dominant woman is having a very hard time being in a relationship because she thinks that it's a power struggle when in fact you're just looking for love. So if you're looking for a power struggle and you just want to be dominant, you just want to run the relationship and all that shit, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. But if you're looking for love and you're looking for somebody that's gonna like look out for your well-being and shit like that, then yes, it's gonna work. But right now, women are coming into this role like this is fresh to a lot of women. This is new to a lot of women. So now, like you see all the time, you go through your stories on Instagram, go through your stories on Facebook, go through your posts on Facebook, and it's just a whole bunch of women saying, "What do I need a man for if I'm already paying my own bills? If I'm already doing this, that, and the other."
They're all single.
They're all. And you're right. They're all single, and they don't understand the concept of love because it's all about love. And we lost sight of that because we think that basically we literally have to like take care of a person to show our love. It's not about that. It's just showing up for a person, just being there for a person. It could be a conversation. It could be you have something going on, and I just hold up for no reason. Like that's what it's about. But everybody's just like it's a financial game now. Relationships are financial. I've seen so many women talk about I paid this for my lashes, this for my hair, this, that, and the other. So if you send me $100, what the fuck is it gonna do for me? Like what? That's what you think about it? And it's weird.
Nah, let these hoes be single.
Facts.
Let the roles be
That's
single.
it.
Man, show me.
And it's cool.
I think a woman with masculine energy can be with a man with more feminine energy. I think that can work. But I think a masculine and a masculine, it's just not going to be a healthy relationship.
I think it would be, but the problem is, again, so there's a lot of women out there that's saying that when it comes to being submissive, the problem is the men that are showing up that want women to be submissive. Okay, put it down before you hurt yourself, please. Thank you. The men that are showing up for the women that are in that masculine role are not masculine enough for the woman to be submissive. So they want that kind of submissive energy, but you're not bringing that kind of dominance to sit there and go, yo, I know you got it, but I got it. Calm down, relax, chill. And that's what it is. And a lot of women that are in masculine, like they're masculine and they're in dominant roles, is because these niggas is not showing up. It's 2022 and niggas is not showing up no more. Not gonna lie.
It's like a male battle rapper and a female battle rapper being together.
Think female battle rappers.
I don't know how that kind of went.
That's like both of them are like masculine energy. Like they gonna argue in verses.
Have two rappers.
But
yeah, Papoose and Remy.
But what
happens?
What happens every time when the battle rappers, right? When men battle the women, what happens? The men.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, Remy's a little more gangster than him.
The feminine side of the woman. They always point that out. No, I'm not finished.
But now all relationships are give and take, I think, though.
Shout out to my cousin Jazz.
In anything, it's like, but we had this conversation at the bar the other day, and it was like all relationships are give and take. And then I was like, no. I was like, no, I don't think every relationship is like that. But then when the what she told me was I was like, oh man, you know what? You're absolutely right. Every relationship is give and take at this point in time. So I mean, if that's how it is, I think that anything could work if you give and take enough and you make it work that way.
I don't think so. Not if the roles are not correct. If the roles and the energies aren't able to intertwine, it doesn't matter if you're giving or taking. Eventually, somebody's going to keep taking.
You know what? I agree with that.
And the other person is, for the sake of the relationship, is not going to be 100% honest. So I think it'll eventually be there's going to be a downfall. But again, like, read that book, The Way of the Superior Man. It's a really, really good read, man or woman. Read that book, and it'll give you some really good insights on the role of a man and what a man's supposed to do. It's a really good book about a lot of the stuff that Warren brought up about, like, just gender roles and masculine and shit like that.
Yeah. So again, like I said, so the problem is we're, as men, we've been going through life a certain way. So then now women are changing the game, and now we don't know what the fuck we doing. We're sitting there like, yo, so you want me to do this or you don't want me to do this?
It's not even that we don't know what we're doing. We know what we're doing, but we're not in a space where we can do it and just be who the fuck we're supposed to be. Like, let me flow in my function and my mission and my purpose, and you flow in your function and your mission and your purpose, and let's align and walk together with that. Now it's like you're trying to step into my lane and do what I do. You're taking away from me. I don't step in your lane and do what you need to be doing.
They call it? They call it toxic masculinity. That's what they call it.
And everybody who calls it that is single.
We're battling that now.
That's the part that we got to start.
She bought that book for a guy she felt that wasn't leading her.
And there you go, because that's what women want. Women want the man to lead, and like I said, direction to freedom and independence.
Women want a guy that knows
I have a
what he wants in
female. I
life.
have a female friend. I was talking to her today. No bullshit.
Real shit.
I was talking to her today, and she said that she is a dominant woman waiting for a more dominant man to just like literally like settle her in. And she's like, right now, like her ex-boyfriend wasn't that dude. Like he wasn't that person to literally like just changed the game. So that's why she's going through what she's going through now. And I was like, yeah, I never looked at it like that. Because I might not be that person for some people.
Mm-hmm.
And it just depends on who you're dealing with, what is asked of you, what is like, if you're gonna do it, there's like a fine line between dominance and then like taking shit too far. And we men are still trying to navigate that shit. Because society will tell you this, that, and the other. And it depends on if the person that you're dealing with is listening to society more than you, shit is tough. Society is fucked up. I don't know if people realize what the fuck is going on, but the majority will sit there and tell you that this is wrong. And then the whole time you're fighting what you think is wrong, but it's like to you is right. Mm-hmm. And that's the fucking problem.
Man, I think we need a relationship podcast.
When you
yeah, we do.
When you take a girl out on a date, do you ask her where does she want to go, or do you pick the place?
I tell her this is where we going.
Just a
wait. Say that again, Kev.
Yeah. Like a regular date, or not like
this is a date. Like are you gonna take your
girl? Oh no, I take first date. I take them where I'm going.
But I'm saying, like,
I may ask,
what
do you like to eat?
Believe it or not,
you know what I mean. Yeah. But I take you where I'm taking.
I personally believe that I'm saying, like, unless it's the occasion, like it's a birthday, or if it's like you take them to the places that what they like to eat, or you take a place, but like let's say if it's like a little congratulations, whatever it is, you let them pick where they want to go. If they can't decide, then you're picking it.
They can't decide anyway.
I know women.
Yo, believe it or not, let me explain something to you. What I realized is that the reason why women, a lot of times, the reason why women don't know where they want to go is because they want you to pick them.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like, stop beating around the fucking bush and just pick a fucking restaurant. And
on a McDonald's,
she's gonna ride with it.
No, but on a first day, if I'm taking somebody out on a date, I'm 99.9% of the time I'm going where. Obviously, I've asked you what you like.
Well, I mean, yeah. So you're gonna go by a place that you pick
that
a
pick,
place,
but
you know this is what she likes,
right?
Yeah, you're gonna do your due diligence.
She likes Wendy's. She likes Wendy's.
Yeah. That's where we're going.
Yeah, you're going to Wendy's. And you're gonna be extra and go to Burger King when she said she likes Wendy's.
Exactly.
And it's like if you know she's in the crib and you need to bring back some food. She wouldn't want you to call and be like, "Hey, what do you want me to get?"
Nah, I picked this up.
Like, yo, I'm bringing Spanish food home.
That's dominancy. They want
Wait,
dominance.
can I ask y'all fellas a question real quick?
Yes, sir.
Are y'all making plans for Valentine's Day, the actual day, Valentine's Day?
I hate
to me, Warren. That question is always hard because I got kids.
So the reason why I'm asking. All right, so let me tell you the reason why I'm asking.
Oh, let me explain my reason though.
Valentine's Day is a Monday. I think the relationship part should be Valentine's Day. I think that would be a dope part.
All right, cool. We can do it.
Thursday?
It's actually on Valentine's Day. It's on Monday this year.
Oh, well, I'll be here with you guys.
I won't.
You have plans for Valentine's Day?
It works Mondays.
Gotcha. Or maybe we could do a pod at your job.
You could do a pod at my job, definitely.
You got to call in.
Definitely. No. You could definitely come to the job.
I'm down with that. Something different.
Definitely could do it. 100%.
So we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out.
We part of we can't. No. Hold on. We can't pause for Kev's job. No. Nope. And Kev know the fuck why. We are not doing it. On Valentine's Day? Nah, that's not happening. I'm telling you right now, that's not happening.
Yo,
not doing that.
That was hilarious.
Y'all already know the vibes. Just leave it alone.
That's funny.
So let's get off of that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
We are not part of.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't even think about that.
I did.
Me neither. I didn't think about that.
But I think that would be a dope.
I did because I had the smartest comment in the world, and I didn't want to say it.
So that we can have a female perspective, and I think that would be a dope part on Valentine's Day to give people that are watching.
Matter of fact, you're still HR, right?
He said we're gonna give people gifts. Yes.
I'm gonna file a complaint live on air.
Yes.
The working
Okay.
conditions that we're currently in need to be situated. And
yes, you did. You brought that up. Yes.
I got my I got staff here that are very uncomfortable in these conditions. Can you take care of that?
I will take care of that.
Okay.
I will take it. Not tonight. I will. I will.
We're gonna call 311 if you don't.
I'm gonna start making phone calls and get. Yeah.
This is
Well,
Warren.
I also didn't forget.
Warren.
They is suspended for like 2 weeks.
Whoa!
Why?
For nigga Africa. What the fuck? Like, no. They is suspended.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I showed that shit to Evacita.
Oh shit.
She said,
Why would he say
wait,
something
we
like that?
We're getting a call.
Why would you show her?
Yeah.
Because she
Wait,
watches
somebody
she watches the pod.
Somebody called in. Yo, Warren, hang up.
Yeah, we're
Somebody's
gonna
calling.
call you right back.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Might have been Rojo.
Nah.
Whoever call back.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah.
You
Yo, live.
Yo, listen. This is D the Barber.
Yeah.
Oh,
finally.
D, what up, baby? What up, baby?
Oh.
I need thought-provoking conversation.
Okay.
You got to turn off the background. We can hear you in the background.
I need thought-provoking conversation.
Sound like he talking to himself.
You heard? I'm super motivated.
Okay.
Yo, bro. It's 7 types of demographics here. You heard?
Uh-huh.
You heard? I need thought-provoking conversation right now. Yo, it's a lot of activity going on. You heard?
Mm-hmm.
Now, where we... Now, this is my shit. My shit is this. Who the fuck is vaccinated there? Who the fuck is vaccinated there? Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I am.
Oh.
Kev is.
And unfortunately, I am too.
We all vaccinated.
All right, so we got 3 positive niggas. We got 3 positive niggas. 3 positive vaccinated. Yo, listen, B. Listen. I ain't gonna hold y'all niggas, man. Yo, listen. I love what y'all doing, man. Listen, but bro, listen. At the end of the day, if you're not real right, something is wrong.
He's like Confucius.
He is. Yeah, I like that name, Confucius.
Confucius.
Ooh, Confucius. That might be it right
man.
there.
Listen, man. I just wanted to show y'all some support, man. I wanted to give y'all some love, man. Listen, man. Y'all doing y'all thing. Yo, bro, I'm loving the podcast, man. Y'all keep banging, man, and keep the content. Keep the content live. You heard?
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
You heard, man? Please understand that if y'all get angry, that's okay. You want them to turn up? That's if y'all get angry, that's okay. That's okay. Beat the shit out of each other. I don't mind Justin and Kevin fighting. I don't mind that. I don't mind that, man. But listen, man, keep the anger, man.
Yo.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Fuck you laughing for?
Fellas, I had to check in because y'all really got a great thing going, all right? You heard?
Man, when you coming on the show, man?
No, man, we gonna make it happen, man.
You know how long he been saying that shit? He's been saying that shit forever.
It's gonna be real epic. It's gonna be real epic. We're gonna get Rick Rude. We're gonna get early Phaso. We're gonna get Captain Dawn. We're gonna get a whole bunch of super guys. But listen, everything's gonna work out real right, man. But we're gonna chat offline. But listen, man, let's get everybody. Let's get the build up.
Okay.
Let's get the build up going, man. But listen, man, fellas, I want y'all to keep grinding, man, and we checking in, man. You heard?
Appreciate you, man. I need whatever tequila you sipping. Man. I need that.
Yeah.
All right.
Ain't you sipping
You
Henny?
already know that 1942 on deck and that Casamigos on deck.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm trying to come this week with Cole.
Yeah. You heard? All right, fellas. Y'all have a great
I appreciate you, man. #1 bomb in New York City.
I actually gotta put that shit in now. Gotta get Cole ahead.
Oh, you got an app, right?
Yeah, you gotta get the app.
Need the app.
You can't even pull up.
If you don't get the app, you can't do shit.
Yeah, you can't just do a text message.
Yeah, it's crazy. I done seen them turn down people in the shop. Like a guy came in the other day, like, yo, can I get a cut? Blah, blah, blah. Man, went up to him like, yo, respectfully, dude, like, yo, we don't really do that here. But we could download this app called The Cut. I mean, if you find a spot in there, or you gotta make some phone. There's some rules and regulations that go on in this shop. There's no walk-ins. We don't do no walk-ins, my brother. Yeah, for him, I think him in particular, he goes through that app. I think Curtis does a different one, and I don't know. I don't think Bruce uses the app. I don't think G uses the app. I don't think Ant uses the app. I think only those two. But they don't do any. There's no walk-ins. Like this is like grade A haircuts only. Walk-ins be low key, just be wanting to kick niggas out. But you gotta, be business savvy and let them know there's a chance. If you exchange phone numbers with a particular barber, call, text, y'all figure it out, build that relationship. But yeah, they be dubbing people, bro. Shit crazy. They be dubbing people.
What's last on the docket? This fucking cold.
I'm ready to go.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I can't do this no more. HR, you got to figure this out.
My legs are shaking. My body's shaking.
This is uncomfortable.
The only thing that's cold is my fucking feet.
Feet, hands, all my limbs.
I said I was gonna wear fuzzy socks this time. I forgot.
Man, I keep forgetting to dress. Like I keep dressing wrong for this.
And you got a turtleneck.
This ain't it.
It's not
it's good. Like I'm not like.
It's HR calling back.
That's his number.
Call from
management.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Management, you're hot on the line.
Yeah, exactly. You know the vibes. First of all, I already told y'all, JT giving me fucking Nino Brown vibes with the fucking turtleneck and the cane.
Hey man, that was a great character from a movie I didn't see.
But shout out to D the Barber. You already know the vibes. That's always family.
He should cut somebody's hair on the pod. That'd be cool. Do like
that'd be dope, right?
Yeah, show how to give a
haircut.
haircut.
Cut somebody's hair on the pod or whatever. Somebody get an appointment going or whatever.
Nah, we got to bring the camera over there because it's like a different feeling. Then he gotta talk to you. He gotta tell you some bullshit.
First of all, D the Barber, I'm not gonna lie to you. D the Barber will talk you to death before he cuts your fucking hair, especially if he starts sipping.
That's the
nah, but all his fucking stories is funny as shit.
That's
they are.
They're funny as shit.
They definitely are. But that nigga, he be talking. That nigga will walk off. You be in the chair like, yo, I gotta go somewhere, my nigga. Like,
he only do that for the people he fuck with.
Yeah.
If he don't talk to you, that means he don't fuck with you.
He's funny as fuck.
But did you call back for any specific reason? Because we trying to go home.
Yeah,
I called back. It's over?
It's fucking cold, bro.
Yeah, it's easy to say that when you're working from home.
It's over. That's what I asked you.
Yeah, it's over.
You sound like a little girl. Like, you better put on a fucking turtleneck like JT, my nigga.
JT cold too. All of us are cold. Kevin's cold.
My feet are cold too. I got another hour in me.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, see? Kevin, I was just about to say Kevin's different.
Now, that's Republican Kev.
Yeah, this is Republican. But just remember,
There you go. Embrace it, man. Step into it.
You can't.
There you go.
You said Jose.
Oh shit.
Did you
Name
say
the Mexican.
Jose?
They kicked you out the Republican Club. Don't name Mexicans in the Republican Club.
Oh, let's
That's
see.
racist.
Some people think that's what Republicans are.
Did y'all see that shit? That the dude went to like a racist county in like I don't know where he was at, and then he told them that they want a mosque.
A mosque?
Yo, I
That's
saw that shit.
crazy.
That's crazy, yo.
Did you see it?
No.
Nah.
And he was like, "Yeah, you know, you guys are the best place for this brand new mosque, and it's gonna bring so much tourism." They was like, "We're gonna leave."
So y'all ain't shit. Nah, yeah, definitely gotta.
I'm gonna send that. I'm gonna put it in the
You ever
chat.
seen The Amazing Racist?
Nah.
You ever seen The Amazing Racist? The nigga goes around. I think he tries to like sell like a KKK like outfit. Like, he like goes to like this black laundromat. He's like, "Yo, can you wash this?" He's like, "Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit." Oh, that was funny.
It's on YouTube.
I think so.
Yo, Mario, shut the fuck up.
How you try to wash a KKK outfit at a black man's laundromat?
But he be doing like stupid shit. Like
Yeah, he just does dumb shit. Like he'll go around like boogity woogity nigga. Yo, that shit is crazy. Amazing racist. Let me see if that shit is still on here, yo.
Amazing racist. I just want y'all to remember if you're not real right, something's wrong.
Jazz, I love you.
Yo. Oh shit.
Oh, yeah,
Yo, Kev, you working on Sunday?
In the morning.
I might be there.
Don't ask me for shit.
Yo,
shout out to Kev. Kev definitely drove me home last night.
This guy's crazy.
Kev is my guy. Kev is becoming no, he's not my new favorite person because Zay's still a bestie. And fuck Kev for not liking the fact that two grown men calling each other bestie. So what? It is what it is, my nigga.
I guess somebody going home dolly on Sunday.
First of all, you gonna leave before
The
me?
three of us must be butt buddies.
I'm
That's
pulling
the
up
vibe
in the
you're
morning,
putting out.
nigga. You gonna leave before
Fuck
me?
it.
But you know what? We're not gonna talk about that. Like, let's leave that alone.
Justin,
I'll
hold
see you
on.
on Sunday, my
Hold
nigga.
on. Justin, who's your bestie?
Who's my bestie?
Yeah.
I don't have a bestie. I got brothers.
That means you ain't a brother, Warren.
First of all, I am a brother. First of all, I'm Theo.
All right, go. Hang up on this nigga, please.
Hold on.
You lucky I did not have the fucking thing. I
Theo
would have hung up on
doesn't
you.
have
I
an H in it.
swear to God, I would have
Theo
hung up
doesn't
on you.
have an H in it. It's Theo, not Theo.
What?
You called it Theo. It doesn't
That's
have an H
Theo,
in it.
Bobby, come on. Stop. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Theo,
You're not gonna sit here and
You
correct
are
me
so
on-
lucky I did not have this shit. I would
Come on,
have hung up on you.
I know it's okay. But you know the vibes, my nigga.
I'll
You
hang
know
up
the
on,
fucking
bro.
vibes.
I will cut all the power off if you say
know
that
the
shit
fucking
again.
vibes. You know what's going on. Theo Warren is in the building.
It doesn't have an H in it.
Oh my God, bro. Let it go, please.
Stop saying it with an H, man.
Like, just let it go.
If you're gonna speak my language, you're gonna have to speak it right.
You want me to say in Jamaican? Theo? Like, the fuck, nigga?
How is that
Theo,
Jamaican?
Bobby,
That's
Theo.
It's Theo.
Theo.
T-I-O.
All right, I'm putting the video up.
I know that,
the
but
video
how
up.
you pronounce it is Theo.
Theo.
What's wrong
Theo.
with these two?
Theo.
Why are we arguing about how to pronounce? No, stop. See, and I just said that you was cool, my nigga, and you fucking up. Like, how would you go this hard about words?
All right,
Relax.
Republican Kev, take us out. You started us. Take us out.
Yes. Nigga,
What?
Shut the.
I can't do the Star Spangled Banner. I'm not facing the
You know,
flag.
but you're not
You're not
singing
gonna
the shit.
have to. You want to sing it?
You gotta face the flag.
So you want to sing it to take it as
What, I mean,
take us out?
you want me to sing it or you?
No, just
No.
end the show.
That was just your.
This your drop. When somebody says Republican Kev,
The fuck? But you about to say the Star Spangled Banner?
What?
Nah, there's no fucking way. No. Kevin, are you serious right now?
I gotta face the flag.
Oh.
that's how he wants to close the show.
No, I'm not closing this. I'm not closing the show like this.
Let a Republican can't eat, man.
Nigga said, yo, Kev, close the show. I need to face the flag. Nah. Yo.
Anything you want to say before we head out?
That's what he meant, Kevin.
Yo, Warren, if you ever come around, we can interact.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Kevin's right about that shit too. If a nigga said we can interact, I don't know what the fuck that means. What am I supposed to do with that?
Yo, so like, you're no longer a threat. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yo, if you have, with this shiz, you got a problem with me, we can interact.
Like,
and for some reason, I read it in that accent.
What does that mean? Like,
yeah,
I feel like I'm about to break out the PS5 or something and play games or something. Like, what the fuck?
We can interact. Only thing
Shout out
he
to
had
him
to
though,
say,
because he had.
if you wanted to be gully about it, all he had to say was like, "Yo, all right, keep talking that. I'll see you when I see you." That's it.
I need y'all to stop saying gully though, because it's 2022 and we don't say gully no more.
Well, no, because I had to bring it out. The guy was from the '60s.
All right. The name of this.
Get out of
the
here.
name of this breaker is Oh man, I forgot the name of the damn breaker.
Novocaine.
Mess me up.
Novocaine.
Grind
Oh
Hard.
no. What is it?
This is GHG Early Phaso featuring Nels Novocaine. I know.
What's the name of the song?
Shout out to my cousin Jazz. Love you. Thank you for tuning in.
Echo, sorry about the echo. We'll talk about what that was next week, and we'll be back Monday and Thursday of next week. We love y'all. JT, what you guys say? We out of here?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, Warren, get this shit fucking done, bro, because it's cold as shit. Bye.